Sonic Movie Show is a weekly show that you can find on a variety of podcast services. Keep up with us by following our Twitter at Sonic Movie Show. Welcome, Sonic movie fans, to episode 70 of the Sonic Movie Show, a show that's usually about Sonic news, and Sonic movie news, but this week we're taking a little bit of a break. With the Sonic movie's 1-year anniversary around the corner, I thought it'd be fun to dig out an old recording I made when I was driving home from seeing the Sonic movie for the first time, and preparing for our review of the film for episode 21. It's crazy to think that was the last movie I saw in theaters, and even crazier that this was 49 episodes ago. So thanks for listening to the Sonic Movie Show, and here's to another 49. That's weird, I thought it was recording. Just saw Sonic movie. Driving home, gonna record the Sonic Movie Show, merging lanes. Gotta get some thoughts out of the way before I forget them. I'm already forgetting some of them. How does the movie start? Let me not speed into this guy. Oh, god damn. Merging, right? Come on, man. Speed limit's like 65. Maybe even 70. 75. Like in the Sonic movie poster. Movie starts. It does this weird thing, right? Where it, God damn. I cannot focus. They do that movie plot thing. Not movie plot. Movie. What do? They do the thing where they start, like, halfway through the movie. And then they freeze frame, and they say, oh, well, I bet you want to know how we got here, huh? And they zoom all the way back, but Sonic does that little blippy thing. He makes the sounds. You could tell it's his voice doing the sounds. So we start at the beginning. We see the Green Hill Zone CG running segment from the trailers, and it is Baby Sonic. Baby Sonic is running, and he's explaining that he lives on this island. It's really cool place. There's no schools, I guess. And that he has incredible power, but he's got to keep it safe. He doesn't care because he's really dumb, but also fast. So he thinks maybe people can't see him. He runs. He's running. He says the loop-to-loop thing. That's cool. It's a reference. He goes to a treehouse and sees this owl character, Lady Longclaw. Original character, I don't think that's a Sonic character. I feel like, if so, like, congrats, because that's really obscure. In the weeds there. In there deep with that character, and she chastises him for running, and he says, oh, but I wanted to give you this flower, and it's the Green Hill Zone sunflower sprite from Sonic 1. We all know that's another reference. She's like, oh, it's cute, but like, oh no, look, and then we see, and this is the point in the movie, where I was like, alright, I think that they're not doing what we thought. We all thought in the 20 long episodes of predictions and all that bullshit, we thought that they were going to play it super safe. They're not going to reference things, you know what I mean? Because, like, was the average audience member's not going to know that Knuckles is, like, from a tribe, or the echidnas have a tribe. Well, they show a bunch of red echidnas, and they're in, like, if I remember correctly, Native American-inspired attire, just like, not Knuckles himself, but his echidna folk had them, if I remember correctly, from the Sonic Adventures. And they're shooting arrows at Sonic and Longclaw there. Longclaw flees with Sonic. They're flying. Longclaw gets shot down with an arrow. I'm going to speed this up here, just like in the movie when he runs fast. I assume she knows that she's done for. She throws a ring, opens up a portal. She tells Baby Sonic there, he says, flee, and if anyone tries to get you, you just do you. You keep running. That is the theme of the movie, is to stop running and face your problem. As I predicted, I think I mentioned this last episode, Ooh, someone's getting out of my way. Now I can go 75. If I get pulled over, this is going to be hilarious. I think that's actually a police officer up ahead, so I'm not going to do that. What's the speed limit here? In any case, she says, if you can always escape to a new world if you're ever seen. Just keep these rings safe. Maybe she mentions that there's only a few of them. That's not is that a cop? Whatever, I'm going the speed limit. So, it's someone. Here's why someone got pulled over. Maybe this person, this guy's going right behind me. Nah, it's not a cop. Okay, so Sonic runs through and we get, speeding up, gotta slow down. I have this problem where if I stop focusing, I go faster. But there's a whole mess of cars going the same speed limit ahead of me, so I'll just merge in with the school of fishies. Sonic has the rings, he jumps through the portal closes, we get the classic shot of the person sacrificing themselves against the horde of villainous minion type things, and that person's gonna die, but you don't see it because Sonic goes, I'm gonna save you. Slowing down here. Portal closes, or I guess this portal dissipates. Did they all dissipate in the movie? I could have sworn that they all kind of closed the same way they opened, but maybe I just assumed that. Portal dissipates because we can get the effect of Sonic running through the dissipating portal. He doesn't actually run through the portal, he runs through all the glowy stuff. Let's see, and then do we get any moments of Sonic being sad? I don't remember. Sonic, I guess we just flash forward to, present day, not the point where we jump forward halfway through the movie. Of course, you know this because this is spoilers and you've seen the movie. Sonic, what is everyone doing? We all just getting out of my way? Because now I'm just going to end up speeding up again. This is why I tow behind someone. Still recording, yeah? Sonic, we just see a montage of stuff we've seen from the trailer. We're in the comic books, running in the almost called a refrigerator. What is it? A dryer? Playing ping pong with himself, the nunchucks, yada yada. And we find out, okay, this is new parts, that he has been, I know we see Tom Wachowski. This is the first time I've ever learned what that character's name was. I've been calling him John Marston. Funny that I feel like all the other actors just call him John Marston. Either I forget his name is Tom. He's really bored. He's trying to catch speeders going along the highway there. He's in his little car. He's got his radar gun. That's what it's called, yeah? Radar gun. What's my exit? 11?
In 2 miles, keep left onto I-6.
No, we're going to take exit 11. I am going west, yeah? Well, we're not taking that exit. We're going to take exit 11. He's really bored. Tom is really bored. And he's radaring a turtle, whatever. But Sonic's messing with him, running real fast, trying to see how fast he can go by looking at the radar gun. He's really excited. He hits 300. And even 300, maybe I would have made it 302 to make it seem more realistic, but even 300, it's a kid's movie. I gotta speed up here. Tom is all like, what? And then I guess we just get the montage, or Sonic picks up the turtle, I guess, to save it from getting hit by the car. I almost did that once. I almost hit a turtle. Not now in the car, but at one point in my life while driving. Then we get Sonic narrates the whole, he has been on Earth for quite some time. I guess we assume he's a child, but I actually was expecting a joke where they would mention how old he was, and he said, I came here in the 90s, but whatever. He's been living in this town, Green Hills. He lives in a little cave. He's got all this stuff there, as we saw in the trailer.
Use the left 3 lanes to keep...
We're not going to do that. And he sees everyone. He doesn't interact with the town. No one in the town knows that he's there. But he watches everyone. He's like,
keep left.
Cool. No, we're not doing that. He's like, they're cool space alien, but they don't know he exists. So
in 16 miles, take exit 11.
Aha, yep. That's my exit 11A. Thank you, Siri. Man, we're going slow all of a sudden. And his two favorite people, as he calls him Donut Lord, is the cop that we mentioned earlier, Tom. He likes Tom because he likes protecting animals. He keeps everyone safe. He's like a cool guardian. I think he says something like that. And he's married to who he calls Pretzel Lady. Pretzel Girl, maybe. Pretzel Lady. That's a veterinarian. I had mentioned earlier that Tom Wachowski is played by James Marsden. Not John Marsden, the red guy, but James Marsden, who was Cyclops in the X-Men. He was in the X-Men movies. Yeah, and I guess we get these little moments where Sonic does feel lonely, right? Because I guess he's been not able to interact with anyone because he's afraid that if people see him, he's going to have to leave Earth. He doesn't want to go to the mushroom plant. He keeps mentioning this mushroom plant, and he doesn't like... There's literally nothing there but mushrooms. Maybe he went there once and decided that this place sucks and then came back to Earth. I don't know. But he knows it's a sucky place, and it's his next place he would have to go. He doesn't want to do that, so he doesn't want to get seen. But he's real lonely. We get that baseball scene from the trailer. Yeah, he watches kids play baseball. He's like, oh, I want to be loved. And there's a sad moment where he plays all the parts in the baseball game, and he does the cool, last millisecond save. He's safe or whatever. And he tries to be like, oh, I did it, but no one's around. That's when he feels lonely. That's when he runs around the baseball diamond, causes, I guess you would call it an EMP blackout. The whole Pacific Northwest. That's what they call it in the next scene. And he's like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I think he goes home and goes to sleep. And then we get, I guess, the Pentagon is right next. They show the Pentagon, United States government building, or top brass, different departments. Department of Energy, I know, is one of them, because they mentioned that specifically. What caused this? Oh, we don't know. Maybe it was this or that. And then they just immediately jump to, who needs to solve this? This deranged guy named Dr. Robotnik. I don't know if they say what his first name was, but Dr. Ivo Robotnik. So then we cut to Robotnik going to the baseball diamond, and we get the scenes from the first trailer where he's like, I'm in charge now, and blah, blah, blah. He does Jim Carrey stuff. What does he do next? Then he sends out the waves of drones. They look like eggs. He even says they came from his egg sac. There is a joke about Charlotte's Web spider dying and leaving behind an egg sac. He says, this is my egg sac. All these white... They needed to work in the Eggman joke somewhere, and I guess they weren't going to make him fat, because in America, they decided to start calling him Eggman in Sonic Adventure 1. And I think literally, if I remember correctly, Sonic's just like, you're fat like an egg, I'm going to call you Eggman or something. They were calling him Eggman since the beginning in Japan. But apparently, they like the name Robotnik in America. I don't know. Eggman's kind of funny. So I guess, yeah, the white egg drones are the reason how they're going to transition to calling him Eggman instead of Robotnik. He sends out the waves of drones to 10 miles in each direction, or, if he was actually smart, I guess he would call it a radius. But whatever. Kids are watching this movie. And he's doing Jim Carrey stuff. And the drones are scouting ahead, and they find a footprint, and the footprint leaves toe marks in it. I guess we only, maybe some of you might have noticed that Sonic has beat up shoes that have holes in them, but if you don't now, then you find out, you see it more closely later, that Sonic's shoes basically don't have parts where the toes go. You would imagine Sonic would have stolen shoes since he steals everything else in his cave. I doubt he worked hard for a living to get that. There's a joke about finding out all of the size, weight, and all that stuff. He's tracking him down. Sonic goes to his cave. He's like, I guess it's mushroom time, going into Mushroom Planet. He's about to throw the ring, but then they're there. They don't see him yet, but he knows that they're there. There's a weird moment where, we don't actually see any of that. We just kind of hear him outside. And Sonic, it's a weird story narration thing where he just says, oh, they're here, and I should leave because I can't do it here. It was very forced. It felt like we need to explain that he can't do this here. So he runs to James Marston's garage, I guess. It's the only other safe place he can think of, I guess. He's about to throw it, but James Marston, who's on the phone with Pretzel Lady... Oh, yeah, James Marston got a promotion. Or not a promotion. He applied to be SFPD, San Francisco Police Department deputy. No, just a street cop, right? Because he calls the job a street cop later. Damn, I'm going really fast on this guy. I need to slow down. I'm like on his ass. I'm gonna crash before I can finish this recording. So my last words here. Sonic movie was pretty good. I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10 on the old fun scale. Performance-wise, I give it the old 8 out of 10 for all the actors' performances. Overall plot structure and story structure, I give it a 7 out of 10. I thought the movie looked really good visually. You know, they spent that extra $5 million. I give that a 9.5 out of 10. You know what? That's for you. Alright, back to the thing. I said my final words on Sonic. So if I die, you know, someone will find this recording and I guess think I know the movie was good. Whatever. James Marston got the SFPD job. So, you know, Pretzel Lady had already decided that she was going to go apartment hunting. She's got a sister who lives in San Francisco. It's perfect. So she's there. He's on the phone with her. That's when he's like, oh, there's something in my garage. I'm going to grab the tranquilizer gun. And he grabs it. He goes in there, shoots Sonic, who's about to use the ring. We actually do get the meow joke, which is kind of funny. Kind of sad, actually. But it hit better than the trailer did. I guess it's just because the animation looked so terrible that the line just suffered because of it. What exit's up next? I can't see. Exit 18. We got a long ways to go. Good. 16 minutes into the recording. So he shoots him. Sonic picks up in a dog cage, because he's got a dog. That's in San Francisco, mainly because when they shoot up the house later, they don't want to show that any dogs are in it. He shot him in the leg, so Sonic can't run really fast. He's still again, the tranquilizer was for a bear. They mentioned that earlier. It was for a bear. So James Marston is like, oh, what are you? And, you know, and stuff. And Sonic's like, they're after me. You gotta, blah, 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 blah. We see some of this stuff in the trailer. But we don't have too much time. He hides him in the attic. Robotnik is outside. This is actually a pretty good scene of wit between James Marston and Jim Carrey. Starting to get tired. All I can think about is my Amazon package at the front door. It's delivered by UPS. Speakers. It was actually a good Jim Carrey moment. I remember being like, I don't really care about the lines Jim Carrey had in this movie. I think it's all right. I think it's just going to get butts and seats, which is 100% why they casted Jim Carrey. But he actually did a pretty good performance in this movie. And I came to that conclusion, and this scene, between him trying to get inside James Marston's house, it's pretending to be from the power company, James Marston, they're winning each other. It was a cute scene. But he gets inside anyway because he hears a sound, but it's just a raccoon. He already had little tiny probes scan everything, and Sonic is hiding in the attic, but he ends up downstairs in the kitchen. But that's what made the sound. I think it's just a raccoon eating cake, because I guess they just leave all their doors and windows open. That's how raccoons get inside their house. I'm going 80 miles an hour, but so is everyone else. I wonder how loud all the car sounds are, if you can even hear me. Whatever, this is good practice for me, remembering the plot for the movie itself when we actually do the episode. This is a good experiment. Maybe I'll put this at the end of the episode. It's like a fun little thing. In any case, this is when we get the part in the trailer where Sonic's like, don't hurt him, because he's gonna shoot James Marston, because he's going a little crazy with the whole being tasked by the government. Now I'm on this guy's ass. Maybe I should slow down. Sonic takes James Marston. They both flee. They run away. They get in his truck, his Chevy Silverado, and they leave. But Robotnik is waken up by his henchmen It's like the classic, whatever, henchman type character. It's his number 2, right? Hey, this guy's also from New York. This guy in front of me, not the guy in the movie. I should talk a little louder. Now, okay, so he drops him off at the side of the road. So James Marsden drops Sonic off at the side of the road. He's like, I had enough of you. Oh, we skipped the part. Where Sonic actually, so when he gets shot with a tranquilizer in the garage, he actually does throw the ring. And I guess he has to think about where he wants to go, which makes sense. It's classic teleportation kind of rules when there are no actual rules. Slowing down. And he sees James's t-shirt that says San Francisco, so the ring goes to San Francisco. Hey, that's where James wants to move to. And he drops the bag of rings down in there. Does this guy know how to drive? And the ring closes. So that's when James is like, what? Okay, flash forward. So Sonic needs to go to San Francisco. James is having none of that. He drops him off the side of the road. Thank you, sir, for getting over. Are you actually going to get over? No, you just put on your turn signal for no reason. That's cool. We're going, 10 miles under the speed limit, so maybe we can speed it up here. And James is like, it's west. Just go west, because Green Hills is in Montana. I wonder if that's actually a real place in Montana. Maybe they decided that was going to be the location based off the name. So there's a gag about Sonic getting all wet because he runs into the ocean, runs back. There's an inconsistency about how fast Sonic actually goes. I just imagine he controls it, so he can run really fast when he wants to. Whatever. Maybe he ran into a lake. I don't know. Because Montana's a good deal distance away from the Pacific Ocean. Sonic's like, I need your help to get to San Francisco. Please. You need to help me, or whatever. And James Marsden agrees because he's real good guy. That James Marsden, man. Sonic. Alright, hold on here. We're doing the old construction lanes shifting over kind of thing that they do on highways sometimes. Honestly, I feel like this has been here for months. I need to actually finish this. So he agrees to take Sonic. They're on a road trip. Yeah, they're in a car, just like this one, although they're driving a Chevy Silverado and not a Honda Accord. That's over a decade old. But it's also silver. So we get some of the road trip stuff. We get the rubber band ball mown from the trailer, although he's holding a mouse pad this time and not immediately the paddle ball. Cool. They need gas. They stop at a gas station. James Marsden's like, you wait in the car, even though they keep calling it a car, but it's actually a truck, which is interesting. A Chevy Silverado, probably a 2017. I actually like that.
In 2 miles, take exit 11A.
All right, that's our exit. It's coming up in 2 miles, 11A. Right? So they stop, they get gas, but there's like a cool rodeo bar place that's next door, and Sonic sees a dude like surfing a motorcycle in a circle. It's all cool stuff. And honestly, I would go in there. It seems like a lot of fun. So Sonic runs in there because he can't listen. He's a dumb little hedgehog. Oh my god, this guy in front of me is like gonna crash, and then I'm probably gonna hit him because I'm monologuing about a Sonic movie. Oh my god, dude. This man almost merged lanes, but that wasn't what he wanted to do. That's how bad he was at staying focused. I'm getting the fuck out of his way. Language. You put Hondas to shame. In fact, I don't even want to be in the lane next to you because you can merge into me. And this guy in front of me is braking. Okay, back to the plot.
Stay in the middle 2 lanes.
Rodeo. It's just a montage of stuff. This is when we get to the B plot of the movie, which is Sonic now has a bucket list because he didn't know what that was. James Marsden offhand mentions it, and you can tell when the B plot was kicking in.
Use the second or third lane from the right to.
An important part of the story because
More.
The music cues to be a little bit more somber as James Marsden is explaining what a bucket list is. Sonic picks a
Take
bucket
the
list.
exit. Then
And,
keep
James
left to
Marsden's like,
merge
you know
onto
what?
I-95
This is your last night on Earth, and Mushroom Land probably sucks. So we'll give you 1 hour. Let's try to knock out a bunch of stuff in this bar. They do that. There's a big fight. We get the X-Men First Class
Keep left.
Quicksilver speeding moment in the bar. It was actually pretty good. I would say it rivals that moment in X-Men First Class, to be quite honest. Definitely better than the one they did in Apocalypse. Wasn't it Apocalypse? They do one in each of those movies. Anyway, no, it wasn't X-Men First Class. It was X-Men Days of Future Past. That's right. X-Men First Class didn't have them. That was in the 1970s. Yeah, okay, so they leave, whatever. We get the bucket list thing established. They go to a motel. James Marsden's about to go to sleep. Sonic tuckers himself out. James Marsden turns the light off next to Sonic's bed, but before that, he notices that Sonic crossed out all the little quick things he did on his bucket list except make a real friend. Okay. Sonic is lonely, right? They get back in the car. Sonic even mentions, like, I'm your best friend. And James Marsden's like, no, I'm married. I don't think you understand how that works. Like,
In 3.6 miles, take exit 50.
Merging over. Please do not hit me. Sonic's like, oh, I'm your best animal friend. He's like, well, I got a dog. Cute moment. This is when we get the whole them being attacked by a armored vehicle sent by Robotnik. She harpoons straight through the truck, which is actually pretty wild. There's a Fast and Furious line about Vin Diesel. Sonic mentions, oh, it's about family, Vin. But, like, yeah, basically, they break down the armored vehicle into smaller and smaller robots until it's just this tiny little drone that, like, turns their truck. It basically lasers off the top of their truck. So now it's basically convertible. And I'm watching and I'm like, I think I would actually like a convertible truck. I don't know if that's weird. Maybe that goes against, like, the thesis of what a truck is supposed to do. But I kind of like the idea of a convertible truck. It just seemed, it kind of looked like a boat, you know what I mean? Big rectangular boat. I liked that. If a company wants to make electric vehicles that are nice and not be run by a maniac and make their truck not look like it came from the Nintendo 64, you know what I mean? Then maybe they'll make one that's a convertible. Maybe that'll be cool. They blow it up. Cool, we're good. Then I think they arrive in San Francisco, right?
In 2 miles,
that's right, because
take
Sonic,
exit 54 onto MD2.
Sonic gets hurt. Sonic gets hurt. Sonic go fast. Supersonic. Anyway, he gets hurt at some point, and then they're in San Francisco now, and then they're at James Marsden's wife's sister's house, where his wife has been with the dog, apartment hunting on Zillow.com. They mentioned Zillow.com. It's a product placement. Also, there was Coronas at that bar, and you could tell it was a product placement because all of the cans that were shot by the darts when Sonic throws them were all facing the camera. All of the name Coronas. So you know that was sponsored. They use smelling salts to wake Sonic up, but before he wakes up, James Marsden's wife's niece, who lives in that house, believe it or not, notices that Sonic has these disgusting shoes on. She takes them off. She goes upstairs. He gets new shoes. The shoes from all the posters and stuff, and they're pretty cool shoes. I'm surprised they didn't say, and these are Pumas, or something like that. Maybe they're her size. I guess that would make sense because she's small, and so is Sonic. The sister of James Marsden's wife has a pretty funny character. She keeps trying to get the wife to divorce him. There's not necessarily a part of any of the story or plot. They just is a comedic character and does a good job. It was pretty funny. So yeah, Sonic wakes up and he's like,
use the right lane to take exit 54 onto MD2 South.
Merging to the right. It's like, I'm here, I'm awake. Yeah, I'm Sonic. Hi, you're Pretzel Lady, right? And she's like, what is this guy talking about? And he's like, we need to go
take
to, I forgot what tower, or what building, rather, in San Francisco that they keep mentioning. But they go there, cool. There's the scene from the first trailer about riding up the elevator. They do that. They get up top, cool. Sonic says a heartfelt goodbye. It is the classic thing in a movie where a character has been having this inner monologue, this debate back and forth throughout the whole movie, and they see
Stay
a
in the
moment
left 2
where
lanes.
something similar would be happening, and so they explain it to that other person about what they're going through.
In 3/4 of a
And it
mile,
just so happens
turn
to
right onto
echo
Cherry.
and mirror what's going on in their head. Breaking time. This is the first time I've stopped the car in this whole recording. Blah, 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 blah. But Eggman shows up, right? And he's about to shoot them all with a bunch of things. Sonic pushes James Marsden and his wife off the building. We get another Quicksilver moment. I'm going to call them Quicksilver moments. But Eggman, as I believe he starts to call him now, is a weak way of transitioning into it, I'm not going to lie. Eggman, who had one of Sonic's quills and put into his jet thing, can also now go super fast, which is cool. And Sonic is surprised by this. They end up...
In half a mile.
they end up in Green Hills, but Sonic doesn't go through there. He runs around through whatever. This is when we get the big thing from the trailer where Sonic is using the rings to jump to different parts in the world, but Eggman is just right behind him because he's also super fast now. I'm almost home, so I gotta wrap this up. Yeah, it's just what we saw from the trailer. It's that huge action scene, so no need to explain that. They end up back in Green Hills. This is where you have the big plot. James Marsden tells Sonic he's moving to San Francisco. I said that funny. Sonic is like, but like, what about all your friends? And again, it's the same thing like I just mentioned. Sonic is talking
In
about
600
himself,
feet, the
but
destination
referring
is...
to other people. Really feel it out loud, right? But anyway, yeah, cool. We're back in Green Hills. As we have the final showdown, where all that stuff's kind of brought back up. James Marsden kind of realizes
The destination is on your right.
People. I think it is. I think I see it. Let me park my car. Sonic beats Eggman. That's basically it, right? He does a bunch of things, beating it up. And the last thing that they do together, Sonic and James Marsden, is they send Robotnik through a ring portal to the Mushroom Planet, and then they live happily ever after in Green Hills. Mid-credits as Tails shows up, and he's like, I gotta find him, I found him. This has been 33 minutes of Sonic review plot thing. Hope I do a lot faster in the actual movie review on the podcast. Thanks y'all for listening. I'm probably going to cut out the part where I plug the show. So thanks.